like in a surrounding like this with trees, no sewer pollution. And when I cleared university and moved to Nairobi for job search, the one thing that bothered my mind is just seeing raw sewer in the street, something that I had not experienced before in the village. So I started working in automotive industry, but at some point I got a scholarship to Germany. Wow. And while in Germany is when I got exposure and learned about the concept of recycling sewage to reusable water, just while relaxing at one of the beautiful parks in Hanover City in Germany. And so while there, I felt the thing that I've been craving for, the solution that I've been thinking we may need back at home is right here. So I thought if I go back home, I'm going to found a company that gives such a solution. And fast forward, 2014 came. When I came back, I was employed a bit by someone that was almost doing the same thing. Right. So I learned a bit of loopholes and what was happening in the market. And so come 2014, I felt I was ready to do it as myself. I'm a mechanical engineer, so I had already been working in several projects, and I felt I was ready to found a company and give a solution as what I had seen in Germany, where they turn sewage to reusable water and just maintain clean cities.
Okay, interesting. Lucy, when you first started, you know, one of the biggest challenges is, of course, convincing people. Yes, you do have a product that's amazing, and word of mouth is something that us as Kenyans, we really rely on. But the fact that you're working with waste, did you have any stigma, any misconceptions? People were a bit worried about, you know, would this work?
Yes, so definitely there was the yuck factor. Okay. That's already the biggest stigma. You're telling a market that has not experienced a lot of sewage being turned to water. Yes. So there was the yuck factor. Do I really believe you? Are you sure you're going to give me odorless, clear water? Secondly, it's 10 years ago, so I was 10 years younger. Wow. And a graduate engineer, not even registered to being a professional engineer. So, and my target were these engineers that do projects. I convinced them so that they convince their clients. So I remember just in the second month, an engineer saw our website. Because I was young, by the way, I already started with everything set. My website was set. So this engineer walks in and says, young girl, I have seen your website. You seem to have a very good technology. So what is this about? And as I was explaining, he tells, hold on, first of all, are you a registered engineer? Then I say, no. He's like, okay, if you have to convince us engineers to convince clients, then you have to register and become a registered engineer, because you're too young, you're not registered. If you stand in front of us to tell us about this thing, nobody will believe you. So again, there, what I would bring in is, if you are a professional, you sort of need to comply with the regulations of that profession, because engineering, law, and doctors is the three regulated professions. And then, of course, the price. Back then, the system was VAT exempt. It was a bit cheaper, but still people were saying it's quite a high price, because they're comparing to some other cheap solutions that don't necessarily give you clear, odorless water. So you're fighting